Johnny was always thought of as one of the greatest Americans to ever live for one reason and one reason only: the Great American Apple. But most people do not know the real backstory behind this great man. Today, we are going to reveal the true deep story behind Johnny Appleseed, the man who saved the world. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? Johnny was out one day planting his green apple trees when he noticed a building that was on fire and burning out of control. He heard a baby crying. He ran in to save the baby, grabbed it, and ran out. Johnny unfortunately breathed in way too much smoke and fainted. A man named Ian Bartholomew Mancini saw this happen and ran over to help. He first picked up the baby. As he did, a crowd showed up and press started taking pictures. Everyone said this was a true hero and did not notice our friend Johnny lying on the ground. That baby grew up and invented a little company he named after Ian Bartholomew Mancini, the man who saved his life, and called it IBM, when we should be doing all our computing on the JAS computers. It wasn't until later that a man named Steve Jobs learned of what happened next in this harrowing story and named his computer company after his hero. Speaking of harrowing story, Johnny got up, dusted himself off, and put on his trusty hat. He noticed all the people around him falling to the ground in a comatose state, but Johnny survived because of that trendy hat on his head. These events are happening because aliens from outer space are sending down radio waves that put everyone into a comatose state so that they can come down and dominate the Earth and also have a steady food supply of human hamburgers. As the only survivor, Johnny knew he had to do something to save the world, but first he had to avoid the aliens. He ran from them day after day. Then he finally went to the highest building he could to observe the aliens and try to find out their weakness. He then realized that taking down the king alien would kill all the other aliens, rendering them useless and sending them back to outer space. Johnny finally found his opportunity and leaped down after the alien king. They battled and battled for a long time. Eventually the alien got the better of Johnny, but Johnny wasn't down and out. When Johnny was down, he looked up and saw one of his precious apples. He took a bite and then automatically regained the energy he needed to battle again, this time taking down the alien. But right before Johnny was able to finish him off, the alien spoke. After killing the alien king, Johnny noticed everyone starting to wake up. All the humans were coming back to life. When he looked around, he saw all this blood from the alien battles on the ground, and he figured something needed to be done with it before everyone could see it. So he thought he could throw his apple seeds on the ground and soak up all that alien blood. The seeds started growing right away. What people have forgotten is up till this point, apples were only green, but after the new trees grew, the apples turned a new color. Johnny started handing out his new colored apples, and people loved the taste, but they hated the name. So he changed it to Red Apples. And there you have it. Johnny Appleseed, the inventor of the red apple. An American icon, an American hero, Johnny Appleseed, the man who saved the world.
Oh, sorry. Did you say cut?